Good evening, you're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. First the headlines. On behalf of His Majesty the Sultan, His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said receives Ambassador of Pakistan to the Sultanate to bid him farewell. The Education Council discusses harmonizing outputs of education and conditions for enrolling in educational qualification programs in different specializations. His Excellency the Minister of Tourism announces that 2 water parks will be established in the Wilayah of Salala. And northern governorates of the Sultanate will be affected by deep upper air trough starting Tuesday until Thursday afternoon. Those are the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to Her Excellency President Dalia Grybauskaitė of the Republic of Lithuania on her country's National Day. On behalf of His Majesty the Sultan, His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said received in his office today His Excellency Ayaz Hussain, Ambassador of Pakistan to the Sultanate, to bid him farewell at the end of his tour of duty as his country's ambassador to the Sultanate. The ambassador expressed his thanks to His Majesty the Sultan for the support extended to him during his tour of duty in the Sultanate from His Majesty, the government and the Omani people, which has enabled him to carry out his duty. He wished His Majesty good health, happiness and long life, and the Sultanate further progress and prosperity under the wise leadership of His Majesty. His Highness Sayyid Asad thanked the ambassador for the efforts exerted in serving good relations between the Sultanate and Pakistan, wishing him success and Pakistani friendly people, further progress and prosperity. Information Technology Authority ITA launched today in Knowledge Oasis Muscat the Digital Evidence Laboratory in cooperation with the law enforcement institutions in the Sultanate, under the auspices of His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq Al Said, Minister of Heritage and Culture. The establishment of this laboratory is aimed to create a national laboratory to deal with the digital forensic evidence of cybercrime in order to serve the relevant law enforcement institutions and other institutions in the Sultanate to ensure bringing perpetrators of information and communication technology crimes to justice by providing electronic evidence associated with these crimes. The lab will work on the rehabilitation of the cadres of the law enforcement institutions and bodies dealing with the investigation of cybercrime and digital evidence and ways to extract, analyze and submitting to courts and institutions in a manner that will enable these organizations to make judgments on issues related to information technology and communications. Harmonizing outputs of education and training with needs of economic activities for the 9th five-year development plan were most prominent matters discussed during a meeting of the Education Council. It also viewed the plan's contributions in absorbing national manpower in the labor market. It also watched a visual display presented by Secretariat General of the Supreme Council for Planning regarding the promising economic sectors in the 9th five-year plan. The Council directed to review conditions and regulations being applied for enrolling in the educational qualification programs at Sultan Qaboos University and the private universities in different educational specializations. That was in addition to conducting a review of the results that came in a report by the Ministry of Higher Education concerning implementations of recommendations of the 3rd Symposium of Sultan Qaboos Academic Chairs in Tokyo 2014 on water. The meeting also viewed results of survey study of 2015 graduates to pinpoint prominent indicators related scientific specializations needed in the labor market. The meeting was presided over by Her Excellency Dr. Rawia bint Saud Al Busaidiyya, Minister of Higher Education and Vice Chairperson of the Council. The Research Council organized for the first time an international workshop entitled Cultural Heritage and Sustainable Development this morning. More details in the following report by Sultan bin Saif As-Sarai.
Many societies around the world spend huge efforts in order to preserve their cultural heritage, as it is considered as a significant element of any society that showcases its social, economic and political relations, as well as it is considered as a strategic material and rich resource of history for the communities.
Cultural heritage and sustainable development works hand by hand together, and it is important to implement cultural heritage in the projects and the programs that concern sustainable development in order to safeguard and preserve our intangible cultural heritage.
The International Workshop of Cultural Heritage and Sustainable Development covered 4 main aspects about the successful experiences of the cultural heritage projects, the sustainable development, and Oman Cultural Heritage Research Program strategy.
Oman has a rich tradition and has a strong identity. And the discussion here is to look at how cultural heritage can be used sustainably for economic growth and social development. And so in having brought the stakeholders here today, I think it is a critical step toward making this assessment and developing plans to use culture sustainably for development.
The workshop witnessed wide participation of specialists from institutions concerned with cultural heritage field from inside and outside the Sultanate, and with the presence of members of the steering committee of Oman Cultural Heritage Research Program. This workshop highlighted the importance of the cultural heritage and the Omani Cultural Heritage Strategy in order to maintain it for the next generations. Sultan bin Saif As-Sarai, Muscat.
The latest weather analysis in the National Multi-Hazard Early Warning Center shows that the northern governorates of the Sultanate will be affected by the deep upper air trough starting from Tuesday, February the 16th, until Thursday afternoon, February the 18th, 2016. Cloudy to partly cloudy skies are expected to be over the governorates of Muscat, Musandam, Al-Buraimi, Al-Lahira, North and South Al-Batina, Dakhiliya, and North and South Sharqiya, with chances of isolated rain, occasionally thunder showers associated with hail and fresh wind. The Public Authority for the Civil Aviation advises public to take precautions during rain and not to cross flowing wadis and check the sea state before sailing and follow the latest weather bulletins. Two water parks will be established in the Wilaya of Salala in the Governorate of Dhofar, in addition to another water park in Al-Adeba area in the Governorate of Muscat. This was announced by His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Nasser Al-Mahrizi, Minister of Tourism, in a statement to Oman Radio and Television. His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Nasser Al-Mahrizi, Minister of Tourism, clarified that there is a plan to reach around 20,000 hotel establishments before 2020 to keep up with the fast tourism growth in the Sultanate. The Special Economic Zone Authority in Duqm, CEZAD, today granted Marina Duqm Company of the Golden Group a land usufruct in the Special Economic Zone in Duqm, CEZD, for the construction of a tourism facade. This will include hotels, mall, residential complexes, entertainment center, water amusement park, and a number of other tourist services and facilities. The tourist facade project includes 3, 5, 4 and star hotels a four-star hotel, suites and residential complexes comprising villas and apartments. The project also includes the construction of a mall with a range of restaurants, cafes, stores, water amusement park, a variety of different beach games, a mosque, a cultural and entertainment center, gardens and public services and utilities on an area of 741,000 square meters. The agreement signed by His Excellency Yahya bin Saeed Al Jabri, CZ Chairman. Still to come in our news bulletin. More than 100 international companies are taking part in interior design, decor and furniture exhibition at Oman International Exhibition Center. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Raft Fund signed a memorandum of cooperation with Omani Qatari telecommunications company Ooredoo to provide bouquets of Sanad service centers. The memorandum will contribute in facilitating and shortening procedures, bringing services near to the citizens and alleviating burden of the establishments, in addition to finding cooperation partnership among government and private bodies to support small and medium enterprises. Engineering Services of the Ministry of Defense celebrated its annual day, which falls on the 15th of February every year. Celebrations consisted of a parachute display by a free-fall team of the Royal Army of Oman and Royal Air Force of Oman, as well as display of cavalry of Sultan Oman armors, in addition to an exhibition of comprehensive construction equipment and machinery and a fine arts exhibition. The event was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Saad bin Mohammed Al Saadi, Minister of Sports Affairs. The Seminar of Developing Translation Offices that started today in Muscat discussed many issues related to translations for official purposes. It was attended by His Excellency Zaid bin Saleh Al Kiyumi, Chairman of Oman, Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and many officials from the private sector. More details with Saif Al Kindi in the following reports.
The translation seminar discussed the challenges and the difficulties interpreters face in the expanding field of translation. Ahmed Al-Blushi, owner of Translation Office in Muscat, talked about the main difficulties they face. He pointed out,
the main focus of this seminar is to discuss translations and obstacles facing translators in and outside their jobs, whether they are working in the government or the private sector, and when they are working also opening freelance.
Meanwhile, there was a call for establishing an association for translation to manage this career and develop the field to meet the labor market's need.
There was a serious call for a committee that deal with translators, and because translators need to have courses, specified courses, to develop and to be more skillful in this field.
Furthermore, the seminar suggested the ways of upgrading commercial translations offices to deal with legislative issues and how can they enhance the abilities of the interpreters. The participants emphasized that official bodies should only deal with professional translators in many languages, particularly in courts and notary offices, to provide them with reliable translation. The forum also discussed the methodologies used in preparation of the translators in different colleges and institutes. Saif Al-Kindi for English News, Muscat.
More than 100 international companies participated in interior design, decor and furniture exhibition at Oman International Exhibition Center. The exhibition on its third version include modern designs and modern touches needed by consumer. The Interior Design, Decor and Furniture Exhibition 2016 is inclusive, whereas the participating global and local companies are showcasing the latest products in the interior design, decor and furnishing sector. The various sections of the exhibition focus on accessories, kitchen, bath, design of house, furniture, upholstery, interior and exterior design, decor, lighting, luxury, style of life, surface and finishes, textiles and carpets. There are many specialized exhibitors in the field of construction and building materials. It's held under the auspices of His Excellency Ahmed bin Nasser al-Mahrizi, Minister of Tourism. More than 209,000 is the number of insured people working in private sector until end of December 2015. This was indicated by latest statistic issued by the Public Authority for Social Insurances. The number of active establishments covered by social insurance system reached 15,471 establishments. Finding a platform to showcase projects and innovations of students in the field of commerce and economy topped aims of 13th Trade Week that came under the title Environmental Economics, which was held in Sultan Qaboos University. The exhibition seeks to adopting local environment hangover and benefiting from them commercially. The inauguration ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Abdul Munem bin Mansour Al-Ahsani, Minister of Information. The Minister of Information and the audience toured the exhibition, which involved a group of small and medium enterprises to display their products and services, as well as posters and students' presentations for a number of scientific research projects on green and renewable energy, including eco-friendly house project and projects that won first place in the Youth Forum held recently in Duqm. The exhibition also includes a special room to display the various recycled products and tools. The industrial investment and commercial activities, along with the existing projects in the governorate of North Baltina, are factors that contributed in boosting the real estate market activities, where the total value of traded real estate circulation activity was worth more than 16.5 million Omani Riyals in January. The fees collected from the legal transactions reached more than 234,000 Omani Riyals, while the purchase transactions exceeded 1,300. Dohat Al-Adab School celebrated the graduation of 43 female students of general diploma holders. The celebration came after the students passed French language DALF exam for the third year in a row. The graduates expressed that they did not only learn the French language but also learned its culture. It's worth mentioning that the Ministry of Education applied the French language in 5 schools and German language in 4 schools. This is the Sultan of Oman television. Before we enter tonight's bulletin, the main points once again. On behalf of His Majesty the Sultan, His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said receives Ambassador of Pakistan to the Sultanate to bid him farewell. The Education Council discusses harmonizing outputs of education and conditions for enrolling in educational qualification programs in different specializations. His Excellency the Minister of Tourism announces that 2 water parks will be established in the Wilayat of Salala. The northern governorates of the Sultanate will be affected by deep upper air trough starting from Tuesday until Thursday afternoon. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here in the newsroom and studios, thanks for watching. Good night.